Hey everyone, I'm Chris. I recently had a chance to sit down with a good friend, Kathy, and do an interview based on some of the questions that have been coming up over the campaign for the last few weeks. Whether the questions were campaign related or just about our personal life and what's going on. We've took portions of that video and of that interview that we're going to roll out, and so this is one of those portions. We hope you enjoy. Thank you.
The next question is that some people have questioned your silence on certain issues. Do you want to just explain maybe why you choose to jump in and comment on some issues versus others?
Well, I think there's a few different answers to that. One is early. We're shooting for a May 19th primary election, but going all the way into November before a general election. So there's a long time between now and then, and I think that whatever pace that you're trying to set, whether it be a marathon or a sprint, I have focused on trying to be involved more in a marathon race that's pushing us all the way to November. I personally not a big fan of constantly seeing the same information for 10 months at a time, and that's just my own personal take on, especially when it comes to political issues. So I've chose to not jump in as active, and that's just been you can call it strategic or just a personal choice, whichever one it may be, based on we still have a long way to go. So we're going to continue to see that grow as we do. When it comes specific to social media becomes just almost a breeding ground for bullying and attacks. It's one person's viewpoint trying to be attacked by other people that are monitoring that page, just looking for what's said. So I have been a little bit more silent just in that environment. I don't think I've been silent at all. I've been sitting in meeting with hundreds of people one-on-one and continuing to meet on a daily basis or on a weekly basis with as many people as I can one-on-one in person, answering questions by email, by text message. And so there have been a lot of things that I have been constantly trying to reach out. I've just chose that social media is not the only platform that we're going to focus on from that up to this point. I also think that it's important to gather all the facts. So if a question's asked, I think that it's important to have both sides before you start to chime in and not just be emotionally charged in your answers, but to be reserved and to be able to be willing to sit and gather the facts and gather the details before responding, and staying focused on the issues specific to this campaign. I am running specifically for chairman of the Board of Commissioners. I'm not running for anything to do with the school system or with the sheriff's office or with any of the courts or any. So I think that the issues that I'm going to use on a social media platform are going to be specific to the office that I'm running for. Yes, I have opinions just like everybody else. I've also been married for 22 years, and I've been told to keep those opinions to myself a lot of times. So based off of that, I'm trying to live out what my wife has trained me to do over that time. There are times to speak up and there's times to be silent and listen. I personally believe right now is that transition time to where, yes, there will be more and more that's coming out, more and more conversations to the issues specific to this race, but I won't jump in on the others. I'm not looking to try to have fights on Facebook with people that differ in opinions, and so that's just been my choice in terms of a campaign style or strategy.
But you're open to talking to people?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
absolutely.
Anybody that ever has a question, they can message through Facebook. They can send a text message. I mean, my contact information is available. I'm available to meet with and to sit down and talk to people as often as possible, whether it be one-on-one or with a group. I just choose that social media is not the place to necessarily try to have these debates. I think that there's a lot more that you can do sitting down face to face than on social media. That's just my style, my approach. There's others that feel differently, but I'm not going to jump into some of those.